Welcome to Carter's Retro Reviews. This review is dedicated to Troy.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
You know, no homo. I liked my Sega Master System, one of the very first consoles I ever owned. When my brothers and I were growing up, owning games wasn't really a thing because my parents didn't like the idea of spending fuck tons of money on a game that I could potentially finish over the weekend. So what our family used to do was hire them from the local video store. Now, I know Americans had Blockbuster and the like, but we had Video Easy. On a side note, there was an adult shop just down the road called Video Sleazy, but that story calls for another time. Wait, no. I'll tell you that one real quickly. Video Sleazy used to be in this block of shops. At the time, we had several stores around the place that were all in good neighborhoods except for this one, and I guess it was convenient for Dad to buy food and vegetables from there when he was on his way home from work or some shit. One day, it was robbed in fucking broad daylight due to the economic climate of the area it was in. My dad at the time was doing some shopping in 2 stores over and was walking to his car when he saw these guys. He didn't stop them because he has enough self-preservation to leave well enough alone. Cops and news channels turned up as they interviewed Dad, who was on TV. That would have been fine, except the story looked less about the guys who robbed the place blind and more about why my dad was in an adult shop in the middle of the fucking day. No matter what he said, it simply looked like he was trying to cover up something. So, I was shopping next door. I mean, two stores over. And yeah, these 2 guys came out and they got into this car and I just finished buying these delicious vegetables. I was buying food, you see. And they just got away. Here are my bags of food that I was buying from just next door. Promise. As he held the bag up to the camera right before the camera cut out to the rest of the story. Way to go, Dad. Fucking smooth. Anyway, we used to borrow games from the local video store. Black Belt, which I have reviewed, was a highlight along with several other games like the original Sonic, Wonder Boy and Monsterland, Alex Kidd, World Grand Prix, and a few others. This was not one of them. It was nothing against this game, but I either never played it or never got into it. And I can see why I never got into this as a kid. It didn't have the bright colours my simple mind would have loved to have seen. Not to mention, this game is fucking brutal. It seems easy, but I've still yet to get to level 2. I rock most of the level, and then when I get to the boss, he hands me my ass. Don't worry, I'll continue to play this game, but that was the thing about games at the time, is that they were hard for a reason. A cartridge could only hold so much game on it. And even this game still feels like a beta test. The controls are perfectly fine. The sound is fucking eerie. And the most bizarre part about this is that it's all pretty fitting, really. Sega did a sequel or a remake, which was an abortion. Let's be honest. Proof there is a clear line between old Sega and latter-day Sega. I would still say that this is the better version. There are a few nice things about this game that I'm not sure were intentional or not. When the aliens generate in the part that I'm in, it allows me a second or 2 to walk over the top of them before I die. But the flip side to that is that it also results in cheap deaths, although the aliens seem to regenerate in the same spot that they came from originally. The whole point is you're supposed to go around the whole ship, collect your friends who look like they're casually laid out in a folding chair, like they're on holidays, and that they're all so retarded that you need me to pick you all up? The aliens sort of stagger about drunkenly, and the gun they give you straight up is a fucking joke. as soon as you can, upgrade to fireballs or laser. Would I recommend this game? Well, Troy loves it. And if it's good enough for Troy, it's good enough for me. Well, okay, that's not true. I don't have any particular emotional connection to the game, but it's not a bad game. It certainly makes me want to keep trying to beat the boss at the end of level 1. But it's certainly not a good game either. It'll only take a few small things to make it from what it is to something quite good. As always, thank you very much for watching. Click on the TV to see the last review, and click on the name underneath the television if you'd like to subscribe.